boys and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today we are going to talk about some really cool stuff. We have a great video game to talk about, a new kind of book, my bowling scores, and we got a really very cool guest. Mr. Ken Ostrow with us today. Mr. Ken is a graphics designer and a business owner. He's a race car driver as well. Thank you, Mr. Ken, for joining me on the show.
Thank you very much, Tiberius. Glad to be here today.
And now it's time for the Video Game of the Week.
Today's video game is Diablo 3.
Stay a while and listen.
This is a game made by Blizzard, the same people that made Overwatch and StarCraft. First off, I will tell you that I do not have my own copy of the game. My dad will not get it from me yet because it is really meant for older kids and adults. But when we have people come over at the house that we are playing together, I'm allowed to play on my mom's account. In this game, you enter a town and meet some people that just saw a star fall into a church and smash all the way down to the bottom of the cellar. And monsters start to come and affect the lands around it. You get to take 3 of your friends and fight all the bad monsters until you find the source of the problem. You get helped by angels and friends, and you have to fight demons and even Diablo himself. I play on hardcore mode, which is a very super hard. It means that if you die, the game is over. Sunday, I was very upset because I got separated from the group of friends, and my level 58 witch doctor died. Now I have to start all over again. This is a great game to play with friends since they keep you alive and really meant for older kids and adults because of killing bad guys. I am not allowed to play this game on my own, only with my mom and dad with me. I will give this 8 out of 10 stars and say it is a great game, but I don't think I would do a hardcore until I am older because I was really sad when she died. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Buggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373.
And now we're all ready for the Book of the Week.
Amulet, Book 1, The Stonekeeper. This book was written by Kazu Kabushi. Let me read you the back of the book. In fact, Mr. Ken, would you like to do the honor?
I'd be glad to, Tiberius. 3 pages into the amulet and you'll be hooked, says Jeff Smith, creator of The Bone. A New York Times bestseller series and Best Book for Young Adults winner, a Child's Choice Book Award finalist, and a Will Eisner Award nominee. There's something strange behind the basement door. After a family tragedy, Emily, Naveen, and their mother move on to an ancestral home to start a new life on the family's very first night in the mysterious house. Em, Naveen's mom, is kidnapped by a tentacled creature. Now it's up to Em and Naveen to figure out how to set things right and save their mother's life. Tune in next week.
So this is a different kind of book than what I normally do. My dad calls it a graphic novel, which means it is a storyboard image that starts with a comic strip, but all the pages like a comic book. But it's over 100 pages, like a novel. So like a really long comic book. And they are great! You get to use really big words that have lots of pictures and stories that are really great. This one is about Emily and Nathan. In an amulet they find which starts them on a fantastic journey with unbelievable things happen to them with monsters and elves and amazing places to visit. I really like this book. I liked it so much. I am reading book 2 for next week already. I think all 2nd graders and 3rd graders should all read this book. There are good guys and bad guys. A house with a tree inside it. And an airplane ride that, well, I don't want to give everything away. You should get this book and read it yourself. I give this book a 9 out of 10 stars. I hope to have book 2 ready for you next week. And now it's time for an interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is Mr. Ken. He's super cool. First off, he's a Disney animator, which means he makes movies. Then he's a race car driver. Then he's a business owner. And then he works at drawing for the airport. Phew, that is a lot of stuff. So how are you doing today?
Hey, Tiberius, I'm doing great. Glad to be here today.
I think this is very cool you got to work at Disney World. What made you want to be in the graphics?
Well, when I was a real young child, a lot younger and smaller than you, I just started enjoying drawing. As a matter of fact, my mom took me to Disney World when I was about 5 years old, and I kind of knew that's where I wanted to be. Wanted to end up there eventually.
Did you keep a lot of those Disney pins?
I did collect quite a few pins over the years, so yeah, I've got a few that I've collected over the years there.
And actually, I've been doing questions, and I keep getting them correct, and I keep getting like new pins and new pins and new pins.
Oh, that's cool. Like a trivia contest, some kind of thing?
They should give me a hard one.
Oh, okay.
Because they keep giving me hard ones, and I get them correct.
That's good.
Yes. I heard you are a race car driver. Did you ever get in a car crash like on TV?
No, thank goodness no. No. Never did that. But I have raced at a lot of the big tracks that you see on TV, like Daytona International Speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway, Moroso, Sebring. So I've raced around the southeast here. It's a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed that.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
What kind of go-kart do you use?
Well, I actually didn't use a go-kart.
Yeah.
I raced in what was called showroom stock. And in that class, in an organization called the Sports Car Club of America, you had to have an actual car that could drive on the street, except it would have safety equipment like a roll cage and fire extinguisher. And then you had to have your full fire suit on and your helmet and gloves and your Nomex shoes on to keep you from getting hurt or burned in an accident there. But so we drove cars like Honda Civics, Acura Integras, things like that, Chevrolet Corvettes. Those are the type of cars you'd see on the track with our races there.
Okay.
So kind of like the same cars you see driving there on I-4, except they're modified for safety for the racetrack.
Well, we kind of have like a van.
Well, that would be interesting to see on there. Yeah, you don't see too many vans on a racetrack, that's for sure. Yeah, they're a little bit high, they're a little bit taller. Most people prefer the race cars to be lower to the ground there.
Yeah.
Because the vans have what's called a high center of gravity, so they might tip over on those turns there. You don't want that.
No.
Nah, you want to stay low to the ground.
Yes. I like going very fast as well. What advice do you give to a kid that wanted to go really, really fast?
Well, something that a lot of famous race car drivers start out, and I didn't get a chance to do it, but what a lot of famous race car drivers like to do is they start with go-karting. And that's how a lot of them get their feet wet, so to speak, in the racing world. They even have go-kart tracks. Matter of fact, they just built one just down the road here on International Drive there. But that's a good way to kind of get started, and you get to practice in a safe environment, and you don't have to worry about running into anything or hitting anybody there. You got your rubber bumpers around you, but go-karting is a good way to kind of get started there. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. My dad said you worked on a movie. I have not seen it yet. Can you tell me about it?
Well, if he's referring to the Disney one, first of all, I'm actually, my official title is a Disney animation artist. So there's different titles within the Disney Corporation in feature animation, and Disney Animator is actually one of the highest ones. So I wasn't there long enough to achieve that. I was at the bottom of the totem pole there. So I was only in their training program on there. But when I was at Disney, we were working on the movie Mulan. Which you may have heard of before. Maybe you've seen it, or maybe you haven't seen it yet before. But it's a wonderful film, and a wonderful movie, and that was actually done here in Orlando, Florida. That was actually filmed completely here in Orlando.
My dad told me that my great-grandfather gave him a special coin from Disney World, and one day it will be given to me. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I'd love to.
This is it.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Can you turn it over? Let me see there. Wow.
And if you want to show it to the audience, you can. Because this is going on Facebook.
Very cool. Yeah. It's got a lot of tiny writing on the back. Can you read that? That's pretty small.
My greatest reward is I have been able to build this wonderful organization. And also to have the public appreciate and accept what we've done all these years. That is a great reward, Walt Disney.
Very cool.
I read that all this.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's very cool. Hold on to that.
Take a picture of it, and you can scroll in.
Well, I might have to take a picture of that, definitely. That's pretty cool. Yeah, hold on to that.
My great-grandfather did all the metal fences and put the big steeples on the castle. That was the best part about working at Disney World for you.
I enjoyed the people there. I made a lot of good friends when I was out at Disney. Had a lot of amazing experiences. In addition to working on in the animation department on their training program, I also got to work with the Imagineering department on Test Track. So I don't know if you've ever been on the right Test Track before.
Which one?
Test Track is the one at Epcot, which kind of goes in the big curves and has the high speed.
I've never been to Epcot.
You haven't been to Epcot?
No.
Well, we'll have to talk to your dad about that.
I want to go to Epcot.
That was my last project with Disney. Was working.
And I do want to go kart.
That's a lot of fun too.
Pop still like
Maybe we'll have to meet up one day at one of these go-kart places there.
So I remember from the home show, and you're a business owner. What made you want to start your own business?
Well,
do you want to get money?
Kind of an evolutionary thing. So my company, Once Upon a Party, we provide entertainment. We do character entertainment. And so I kind of drew in from all my experiences working at Disney and other entertainment venues there. And I just wanted to provide a good product for the public here and provide entertainment to people like yourself at birthday parties and sometimes even larger events like conventions, like the one you met me at the other day.
I had an awesome Jedi that came to my birthday party. So what other characters do you have that can go to kid parties?
Well, we've got all sorts of characters. We have princesses, we have superheroes, some animals and other creatures like mermaids. So pretty much whatever you can imagine, we could probably come up and have it there and whatever you need it to be.
Well, maybe when my first grade teacher, Mrs. Raspallo, she's like superheroes. So maybe when she was little and you're like older, and you're kind of like her age, and if like you're kind of like older, yeah. She likes superheroes.
I'm probably older than her, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's cool that she likes superheroes, though.
Do you think they would like to come on my show?
I have a feeling that I could probably put in a good word here. I think they would like to come and meet you, Tiberius. As a matter of fact, Snow White wanted me to tell you hello. She says, when you see my best friend Tiberius, please tell him hello from Snow White.
Yeah, actually, I met Mary Poppins.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You met her there too. Oh, fantastic. I think you
saw
made
me with Mary Poppins.
Ah, okay.
Yes, at the home show.
So you had a good time out there then. Good.
So, would you like to show me the bag?
You want to see what's in the bag here? Well, what I've got here is a little bit of kind of what we do at Once Upon a Party. And right now, let's see if you can guess what I'm making right now. Do you know what this is?
Iron Man suit.
Ah, very good. Yeah, so I'm actually building an Iron Man suit right here. And it's made, feel that. See what it feels like.
It's like metal, right? On the red stuff?
Yep, that's where it's
But
painted.
it's kind of like foam.
Yep, exactly. It's foam. And I'm actually cutting it out, carving it, and then eventually I'm going to be priming it and painting it. And then once it's done, it's going to look like this. And I know the people on the podcast aren't going to be able to say, what does it look like? So you tell people what you see right now, Tiberius.
I see a real Iron Man helmet. Awesome.
So when this suit is done, it's going to look just like this. It's going to be all... So it's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, Iron Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes. I like Iron Man. He's one of my favorite ones there.
Well, I kind of like,
Who's your favorite?
well, I have my own ID.
You have your own ID?
Yes.
You mean you have a
I'm actually a
superhero?
superhero.
Oh.
I am super fast.
Are you allowed to tell us what your secret identity is?
Yeah, I have super speed. That's all. Super speed. And teleport.
That's pretty cool. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, wait. Oh, he's back again. Did you just teleport?
No, I just use super speed.
Oh, okay. That's pretty amazing. It's a shame these people can't see this. Or can they? So, besides yourself, who's your favorite superhero?
I think the Flash.
The Flash.
I am very fast.
And then there's Dash, too.
Oh yeah, and My Little Pony, which my dad hates.
What's wrong with your dad?
He just hates my shows.
So what about My Little Pony?
Well, actually, there's this flyer called Rainbow Dash.
Ah.
He's really fast too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's fast too.
Yes.
So you like fast things. So I'm sensing this whole, there's a theme here, race cars, and then Dash and Flash.
Yeah.
You like to go fast, huh?
Fast.
You're going to have to tell your dad to trade in the minivan next time. Have him upgrade a little bit.
Yep.
Go for the Ferrari next time.
Yeah.
Can only fit 2 people in there, but that's okay.
Yeah. Boom.
I think you're going to like go-karting.
Yeah. I heard you did voices. What, can you tell me some?
I've done voices before. I do a lot of different languages. For instance, say, for example, we're in jolly old England, and you've wanted to discuss things. Maybe you want to talk about pirates, eh? And you've heard about that one special famous pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow, eh? You've heard of him before, haven't you? I thought so. Then, of course, if you want to talk about, say, Russia, you want to journey to Russia, and you talk about Boris in Russia. It's very cold in Russia. You don't want to go there winter time. Very cold in Russia. We call you Tiberius Russia Boris. That's your Russian name. Da? It's nice, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Gosh. Well, then of course there's this little fella, which I haven't done in such a long time, but, he's really swell.
Mickey Mouse.
Something like that. He's some character around here in Orlando, I think. Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
I've seen him running around here once in a while there.
Oh no, he's... like, oh no, he's now.
Oh, I hear you do other voices.
Oh, and I also do Malfoy.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Well, you have to hear
You
this one
see?
now. I have to hear. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's your impersonation,
I'll
Malfoy.
get you, Potter.
That's not bad. You have to work on that a bit, but it's not bad. Now, actually, my wife is actually from the UK. She's actually from London. She's actually from over there too. But she says my accent's quite rubbish. So she says it's not quite authentic, though. What do you think? Do you think I sound British?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought so too. Well, I really appreciate you having me on here today, and to show you some of our appreciation, what I would like to do today is present you with this certificate here today. And this makes Tiberius an honorary cast member with Once Upon a Party. So we'd like to thank you and welcome you on board, because I think you're a good character. I think you're a real character.
Well, that is so awesome. Thank you so much for being my special guest. Can you stay on to help with math for me?
I will try. I'm not great at math, but I'll try.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report.
This week's bowling scores are 68, 89, 98.
I heard you could do a lot better than that.
I went to Skylanes on Saturday and I played with Vanessa and Cora. I did not do so good, but I still had fun. Afterwards, I did 3 more games and did a lot better. But these were the scores that counted for league. If you want to go bowling, be sure to join me Saturday at AMF Skylanes on OBT at 10 a.m. in the morning.
So what's your best score that you've ever bowled?
57.
157. Wow.
Sorry.
That's pretty good. So you were having a slow day here.
Yes.
Oh, it happens.
Yes.
We'll see how you do next Saturday.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Thank you, Mr. Ken, for helping me with Math Corners.
Glad to be here.
Today we are going to talk about the expanded form. We can use a place value chart to think about the value of each number's digits. We can expand a number to show the value of the digit. We are writing the number in expanded form. Mr. Ken, do you know how to use expanded form?
I sure do. So in my right hand, I have a 1, and in my left hand, I have a 1, which makes 11, right? So if I move my right hand out further away from my left hand, that expands that 11, right?
That's not how we do it.
Oh, okay. You're going to have to help me on that one. Math's not one of my stronger areas here, so. But I heard it's one of yours.
Yes. Well, actually, let's just say we have 529.
Okay.
So we put a 500, and then we do a plus sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do the 20, because the 2 is 20. And then we do the 9.
Okay.
No.
And then what?
And then that equals 529.
There you go. All right. Very good.
Yay!
Okay, so I guess, what if I gave you a number now? So say 786.
Well, then it'll be 700 and plus 80 plus 6.
There you go. Excellent. Good job.
Give me like a 1 million.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, you really won here. How about we do it this way? How about 1,527?
Okay, 1,000 plus 500. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
500?
Yep.
And then plus 20,
Yep.
and then plus 7.
Wow, there you go. Good job.
So then can we do the 100,000s?
I don't know if we have that much time today for that one, Mary.
Well, I know very quickly. Thank you so much, Mr. Ken, for helping me with math corners.
My pleasure.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. Hi, my name is Tiberius Boy. I work with your computer solutions. If your computer is not working, my dad can fix it. He can fix it on-site or remotely. Just call him at 407-826-0810 and tell him Tiberius sent you. That's me. That phone number again is 407-826-0810.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. We asked Dr. Ferret exactly what that means.
Leadership is really about influence. Leadership is, and the way we define it is good leadership, is about setting the right example and encouraging other people to do the right thing. Integrity is about doing right no matter what. Through life, there are a lot of different circumstances that arise, and integrity, someone who shows integrity, it doesn't matter what all the external things are, they always choose to do what is right. Obedience is about obeying those who are in authority over you, whether that's a teacher, a boss, a parent, that when you are asked to do something, that you respond with obedience, quickly and completely. Nobility is about having respect. It's about carrying yourself with respect and showing respect to others. When you put these four things together, that's Lion Strong.
This week, we are going to talk about nobility. Some good qualities of nobility are showing virtue, honor, decency, being generous, and goodness. You can tell when someone's being noble when they celebrate other people's accomplishments and they serve teachers and classmates with courtesy and respect. I think nobility is behaving well and treating everyone with respect and forgiving those that made a mistake. I used nobility this week when I messed up and forgot my homework. My dad had to leave work and go get it. I asked him for forgiveness and took responsibility for my actions. Mr. Ken, did you see any nobility at this week at all?
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that, Tiberius, because I just saw a video about a man in Europe. I think he was in Germany. And he was a very wealthy businessman. And then one day when he was walking down the street, he saw an injured dog on the side of the street. So he felt bad for the dog, so he took the dog in. And then he noticed days there was other animals that were injured too, so he started taking them in. Well, it got to a point where he had to get a bigger house. So he literally sold his business and he bought a bigger home and supplies and started taking in all these injured animals and started feeding them. Well, he got so generous that he ran out of money. He had no money for himself. He had no money for the animals. But other people took notice about his generosity and his kindness for animals. And so a lot of people in the community came together and actually gave him money to continue doing the work that he was doing because everyone appreciated his kindness and his good heart. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty noble of him to do what he did.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank Mr. Ken with Once Upon a Party for being my special guest this week.
Well, thank you very much, Tiberius.
And thank you for making me have a job.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that later on. But thank you for having me here this week. It's been a pleasure.
And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show.
Because now he's got a job.
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer Joseph Boy. Production editor Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager Danny Boy. Broadcast associate James Smith. And your program host Tiberius Jazz Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.